Hello, my name is Matthew Robert Payne. You can see that at the bottom of the screen, Matthew Robert Payne. You can find me here on YouTube, and you can find me on Amazon, where I've got plenty of books to learn from. So I want to quote a quote that Jesus said in a conversation that I had with him for the last 3 years. 2.5 years we've been having conversations with heaven, where we've been having two-way conversations with God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and various saints in heaven. And some of those conversations, some of the analogies that have been made by Jesus in the conversations have been captured and put into books. And I was just going through one of the books 15 minutes ago, and I came across this quote, and I thought that I'd share what the quote says and then talk about it. So, so the quote says, "When those who are still un un in un sorry, when those who are still unformed teach others also unformed, it is like children teaching children. The information continues, but the understanding does not deepen." So Jesus is saying that there's a certain maturity needed in a teacher, and if your teacher, if the person in the pulpit are preaching isn't spiritually mature, doesn't have maturity in his understanding of what he's teaching, then you both remain children. Jesus expressed it when he was on earth. He said, "What point is it for a blind man to lead another blind man? Wouldn't they both end up in a ditch?" And I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of years ago, and I was saying the blind are leading the blind, and he was agreeing that that was true. He's a person in ministry that spends time traveling and ministering. And he said most pastors that he's come across are blind. And that's another way of saying they're not spiritually mature. Um, I've been in the last couple of days. If you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I did a couple of interviews with Solomon from the Bible, the second king of Israel, and third king of Israel, and he's just really deep. He's just really profound. He's an amazing person to listen to, and if you're not used to spiritual depth, if you're not used to spiritual maturity, you can just be a child listening to children in the pulpit, and the modern understanding of Christianity is really shallow and has no real depth. It's surprising to me, but I've come to realize that very few people actually understand Jesus at much depth. I think I could almost make a book out of every sentence Jesus taught when he was on earth, everything Jesus said. And people don't understand when Jesus said the blind are leading the blind, they have no comprehension of blindness. They have no comprehension of that sentence. They admire their pastors. They admire their favorite teachers. They've got idols that they follow, that they tune in and watch, and they'd never come to the comprehension, they'd never conceive that the very expert, the very idol that they watch and they subscribe and support and put hours of their time into listening is actually blind when it comes to true knowledge and true wisdom. And so I can't see any solution to this. How the world will change. I think that the only way that you can come to a place where you're receiving more spiritual depth and more mature thought is if you become intimate with the Holy Spirit and you allow the Holy Spirit to become your teacher. And very few people take the time to develop intimacy with Jesus. Very few people take the time to develop intimacy with the Holy Spirit, so they continue to be blind, and they get surprised and entertained by blind leaders, and the spiritual depth, the understanding of the true nature of God and the true nature of the world and the true nature of things doesn't deepen. It's very shallow and lacks depth. So I hope you enjoyed this short teaching. My only suggestion is you turn to a book or turn to a video series that can teach you how to become intimate with the Holy Spirit, and you develop that intimacy because true wisdom, true understanding, true knowledge, true spiritual maturity comes from intimacy with the Trinity. And I severely doubt that more than 2% of Christians actually possess that maturity. Very few people have spiritual discernment. They can't even tell the difference between a speaker speaking or the Holy Spirit speaking through them. So I don't personally point to myself. Sometimes I'm not being too profound. I personally direct you to the leading of the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit's wisdom, and I recommend you put in the changes that you need to do and make the steps to become intimate with Jesus and the Holy Spirit. God bless you. I hope you can comment on this video.